Monday, December 2nd, 2024. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. On the news this morning, former President Goodluck Jonathan says Rivers crisis will make Governor Fubara political general. Management of Port Harcourt refinery blames tanker drivers for slow pace of loading petroleum product. And on the foreign scene, U.S. President Joe Biden issues official pardon for his son. I'm Ifechuku Moilo with the news. Now, as the political crisis in Rivers State lingers, former President of Nigeria Goodluck Jonathan has encouraged Governor Siminalayi Fubara, telling him that the political war staged against him will eventually make him emerge as a general in politics. Now, the former president said this at an event in Ichie local government area of the state on Sunday. He advised Governor Fubara not to be bothered, but to remain dedicated to his duties.
First time we are holding the top political office, we pass through a lot. And just know that nobody becomes a general without fighting wars. So whatever challenges we are meeting now is baking you to be a general in politics. And with your total commitment and the support I've seen from the people of Rivers State, God would surely see you through. Don't be perturbed. Continue to do your work as you have been doing. The wishes of the people, the prayers of the people are with you. And God will see you through, and God will see Rivers State through.
Former President Jonathan further warned that if the political crisis in Rivers State is not resolved, it may affect the country's economy.
We want a peaceful River State because River State is the center of the Niger Delta, and I always make it very clear. If we create serious perturbation in River State, we are creating crisis in the Niger Delta, which is not good for our economy as a nation. We want the governor of River State to be allowed to remain calm and do his work. After he finishes serving, another person will take over. But political offices, you have tenure, so you don't need to kill yourself over any political office. Allow those who are there to do their work, and after that, anything can happen.
In his remarks, Governor Fubara assured the people that he will continue to carry out projects that will put smiles on their faces.
We will continue to do our best to better the life of our people. You are aware we just recently awarded a road, Afra. We are not just going to award it, we will make sure we see to the conclusion and completion of that road. I can assure you in the next we will be coming here to come. That is one among other things that we will do. But for today, I want to assure you your support is well noted, appreciated. Return, we will continue to do our best to lift up your faces before those people who believe that you made mistake in supporting us. We will not allow you to face any shame.
The Rivers State governor, however, announced the donation of the sum of 100 million naira for the upgrade of the palace of the monarch of Oyinshiagboro III of Olakwo Omoselemi clan in Ichie local government area, Ken Wala. Our correspondent reports that former President Goodluck Jonathan and Governor Fubara were conferred with chieftaincy titles. Moving on, the President General Initiative for Transparent Strategy and Good Leadership, Chizie, has congratulated Governor Siminalayi Fubara for keeping to his promise of paying the 85,000 naira minimum wage to Rivers State civil servant. Mr. Enyi, in a statement, said Rivers people are happy that despite the distractions from the enemies of the state, who he said did not want the state to receive allocation, the governor still went ahead to pay civil servants the new minimum wage. He said the action of the governor is a testament that the people's first mantra of the governor is non-negotiable and it's without pretense. He said the governor has indeed shown that he appreciates the mandate given to him by God and Rivers people to lead the entire structures in Rivers State. Mr. Enyi said Rivers people will continue to Governor Fubara and inspire him as their God-fearing and God-sent leader and father. He further described the governor as a man of honor and a man full of grace, saying the people will continue to celebrate and promote his good works. Now, away from the Diplomatic Women of Rivers State have passed a vote of confidence in the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and the Martin Amihu-led assembly. Speaking at their monthly prayer meeting held at the Rume Pericom Civic Center in Obiakpo local government area, the Director General of Diplomatic Women, Uche Ken Nduku, reaffirmed their commitment to empowering their members during and beyond the festive season.
The prayer of this church is working in this state.
I really want to appreciate each and every members of Wikematic Women of River State for their dedication to prayers and prompt responses when they were all needed. My greatest joy is that we started with about 200 in number, but today we are more than 3,000 in attendance. By the grace of God, we will continue to put smiles on their faces through prayers and empowerment. Let me also use this medium to pass a vote of confidence to our Amehule-led Authentic Assembly and our leader, the FCT Minister, a man whom God has used to transform Abuja territory.
In their remarks, the Deputy Director General Chinyere Abara, the Auditor General Daughter Principal Kobara, and the Head of Media Abigail Barisoa called on the judiciary to ensure justice is delivered on all pending matters in River State.
Wikematic Women of River State held her monthly meeting on Thursday, and the women passed a vote of confidence, as always, on the FCT Minister, Chief Barrister E.M. Wike. And we also acknowledge the leadership of Martin Amehule-led House of Assembly of River State, and we pray for justice to take its course in the days ahead.
The Director General of this group joined the beautiful Wikematic Women of River State to pass a vote of confidence on the FCT Minister, the Amehule-led House of Assembly recognized by law, and also to call on the judiciary to do justice to all River State pending matters.
I ask this body to ensure justice is served in all pending matters.
Now, elsewhere, an organization, Ogoni Liberation Initiative, says it's on the process of ensuring that all managed funds meant for the Ogoni covered in no time and that those involved are held accountable. President of Ogoni Liberation Initiative, Douglas Fabeke, disclosed this yesterday at a large meeting with members of the organization and other community leaders in Ogoni. Dr. Fabeke said there will be a significant change as regard to approach to Ogoni's struggle following his recent discovery after meetings with some international rights activists abroad. He advised members to work in unity and collaborate with community leaders, saying he will prepare a practical presentation in collaboration with the international organization. Dr. Fabke restated that the compensation to impacted communities remain one of the vital issues on ground to tell the people sorry after decades of years of economic devastations. He further said the federal government will pay attention to their demand because of the government's gruesome killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa, 8 others, and the crisis that led to the killing of the 4 great leaders of Ogoni. Moving on, the acting chairman of the River State Local Government Service Commission, Goodlife Ijoku Ben, has urged Christians to emulate Christ-like behavior and obey God's command. Now, he made this call during the 10th anniversary celebration of the East Baptist Association at the First Baptist Church, Beda Community in Gokana Local Government Area of River State.
The prayer of this church is working in this state and in Ogoni particularly, where I am serving and ministering. And so the message today is that I don't believe in God. Believe in the preaching so that God will answer our prayer. If the church remains in one prayer answer, that is
on the domain export for the internet areas Baranta
to come together to give the gospel of God, the people of the book of the Bible. We teach the Bible sound biblical doctrine that will make people live a godly life. A Christian is a peacemaker, somebody who lives his life in line with the will of God, who is faithful, who likes the progress of other people. The message we are preaching is that all those who profess to be Christians should live a practical Christian life so that we shall have a peaceful society.
Another clergyman from the First Baptist Church, Beda, Justice Bena, explained the history of the Ogoni Baptist Church, noting its establishment in 2013 and the ordination of several pastors. Reverend Obaranta later presented awards of honor to Ben and Mr. Dume of their contribution. Still to come, management of Port Harcourt Refinery blames tanker drivers for slow pace of loading petroleum product. Stay with us. Back and now the rest of the news. The terminal manager of Port Harcourt Refinery, Wallo Joel, has attributed the slow pace of loading petroleum product at the facility to tanker drivers. Mr. Joel said this while leading journalists on a tour of the facility alongside other staff of the refinery. He said the petroleum product marketing company, which is the arm of the refinery, is working and the loading of trucks stopped since last day. The terminal manager said the facility has the capacity to load 100 trucks in an hour, but currently only 11 out of the 18 loading points are functional. He said only 3 of these points are being used, resulting in the slow pace of loading. He said the facility is doing optimally and there are enough products available for loading.
We have our loading arms operational, and we have been making the comment since yesterday because today is weekend. That's why they are not they got to turn up. If we give us 100 trucks today, we will evacuate it in less than maximum hours.
On the spot, Executive Director Operations Nigerian Pipeline and Storage Company Limited, Moye Maiduna, acknowledged a temporary hitch in operations, claimed that reduction was necessary to address technical issues and enhance capacity.
We are evacuating the refined product from the refinery, and this is obviously going to be a continuous process. The operations were not totally halted. It was obviously reduced due to some improvements that we needed to make, and we've been able to do very much, though there's a lot more that we can do, in terms of getting more of the loading arms operational. But we're managing due to the number of trucks that we have available today, so we're only using a few loading arms to evacuate.
The managing director of the Port Harcourt Refining Company Limited, PHRC, Ibrahim Onoja, said the plant underwent extensive upgrades to improve efficiency and reliability. Mr. Onoja said a massive revamp was carried out, replacing most of the equipment, including pumps, instrumentation, and cables. Correspondent Mada Okere observed that only tankers with NMPC labels were loading and seen within the premises of the refinery. Although there was not much activity, 3 trucks were seen loading product out of the loading bay. Out of the 18 loading points for petrol, kerosene, and diesel in the facility, only 3 were in use. Meanwhile, General Secretary of NUPENG, Afolabi Olawale, says it is not true that tank drivers are the reason for the slow pace of loading of petroleum product at the Port Harcourt refinery. He explained that marketers buy the product and contract employers of tanker drivers, Nigeria Union of Road Transport Owners, NATO. Now, he said it is only when NATO informs tanker drivers where there are products for loading that they can go in and load. Away from that, in the spirit of Yuletide, the chairman of Abua Odwa local government area, Vincent Obo, has rolled out a 1-week free transportation scheme for indigenous of the area. Speaking during the kickoff of Abua Odwa 2024 Council Tournament, Mr. Ruben Obo said the free transport scheme, which begins on the 22nd of December, is aimed at encouraging indigenous of the area to enjoy numerous festive events sponsored by his administration. He also urged the youth to key into empowerment programs of the council.
There are a series of events which we have approved. The cassava slicing and onunu preparation. We have wrestlings. We have cultural dances. Football is also a means of empowering the youth. We are also engaging other stakeholders, private organizations to come and give them different skills that will take them to the next level of life. We gave 1 week free transport from 22nd of December to the 25th and 26th. We will transport our people from Abua and Diodwal free, going and coming. This will enhance them to come home and join us to celebrate the Christmas.
The council boss also tasked people with overstayed corpses at the General Hospital in Abua to bury their dead before the end of the year, adding that his administration plans to improve healthcare delivery by renovating the facility.
I and my team made an inspection to the General Hospital Abua, and what we saw there is very terrible. We saw corpses that have stayed there more than 10 years. So about the health stand of the people, it causes pollution and the breathing tend to be unclean. Therefore, an asset by now the end of December, those that owns those corpses should at least try and do the burial. Any corpse that remains there, we're going to conduct mass burial and bury them because we want to renovate the facility.
The Abua Odra Tournament Organizing Committee Chairman Daniel Humphrey thanked Council Chairman for his love and development of sport. The committee also gave Pillar of Sport Award in Abua Odra to Mr. Ruben Obo. Our correspondent reports that the first, second and third position teams will go home with 5 million, 3 million and 2 million naira respectively. Now, Lions International Port Harcourt New Garden City Club has officially inaugurated Margaret Ukwu as its 26th president. During her acceptance speech at a fundraising and investiture ceremony, Mrs. Ukwu emphasized the vital role of service organizations, especially in challenging times. She reaffirmed her dedication to serving humanity and support to others.
Service activities, and we have 8 global causes: hunger relief, diabetes, youth development, and service continues. I have many more projects, and I want to do more of the same. In the next few months, I want to carry out a pediatric cancer screen awareness project. I want to carry out a hunger relief project, and to have several more skills acquisition, youth development projects. And even after my tenure, I'll continue to serve humanity in Lions International.
Chairman of the day, former governor of Old River State, Rufus Ada George, represented by Tonya George, encouraged everyone to embrace the spirit of...
From the faces I see here, a pleasure to be here with such industrious, well-minded people that take out their time, energy and resources to help their fellow man. As you come to this meeting, please have that spirit in mind and let's progress and have a good time in the new investiture.
Pauline Oboke and Dr. Ayo Okoro also spoke.
We should always be our broadkeepers and everything, and we should always be there for the needy and those that need help, not minding whether you know them or you don't know them, so that in a balance is feeling for the next person that is by your side, just giving back to the next person.
Giving back to those in need is a serious passion I've had since I was a child, and I try to look for the best way I could give back and be sure that the people who need the help get help, and so that's why I joined Lions Club.
Lions International is a global service organization with 1.4 million members in over 200 countries. They engage in various humanitarian activities and focus on 8 key global causes across different communities. The event was attended by past and present zonal president, chairpersons, regional chairpersons, and members of... And now, the Tony Okocha-led APC defied 2 court orders on Saturday to organize congresses in River State to elect Tony Okocha as the new substantive chairman of the party in the state. Mr. Okocha, who was 2-time Caretaker Committee CTC chairman of the party in the state, emerged as the chairman through consensus votes by party delegates from the 23 local government area of the state during the APC State Congress held at the party's secretariat on Aba Road in Port Harcourt, the state capital. The Emeka Bekele-led executive of the party have insisted that their tenure had not ended.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
U.S. President Joe Biden has issued an official pardon for his son Hunter, who was set to face sentencing this month on federal felony gun and tax convictions. President Biden had previously said he would not pardon his son or commute his sentence.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. Former President Goodluck Jonathan says Rivers crisis will make Governor Fubara a political general. The manager of Port Harcourt Refinery is blaming tanker drivers for the slow pace of loading petroleum product. And on the foreign scene, you heard U.S. President Joe Biden has issued official pardon for his son. The news was edited by Chioma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifumoy. Many thanks for listening.